Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Black 20?
Right there. 54 Mike. Yeah.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Shift.
Snickers, 66.
Check 31. Check.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59.
Here's the rookie from Florida Atlantic, Kareth White. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Kill.
Alert.
Tighten up.
From the 38, Roethlisberger. And he rifles one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
180.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go.
What's that?
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
At the Steelers' 23-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down.
King.
3 down.
Watch pistol.
Check safety. Check 40.
The first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Set. 180. Regular.
And we're going 37 to Mike. Mike 37.
Hey, alert 33.
We taking wins home.
Hey, Haywood.
And we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Let's get the ball. Switch. Check the backer.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers after the snap. Got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
In your face.
No foul. Solid, 5 down. Hey, here we slack. What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got White here. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Let's go.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Jack 16.
Check.
These 2.
Go.
Black and good.
1st down, here's White. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, alert.
Watch the screen.
Jack 16.
54's Mike.
No spacing. Black, what's that?
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
All day.
Watch that.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead grows to 10-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Greystone, travel.
Under 10.
Middle.
Come.
Block it.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Browns drive about to get started. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Traven Howard.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check the out.
Dad.
Right there.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Point it right.
Everyone, 37 is the muff. Watch the screen. Pass. Switch. Shoot.
Run.
He's checking.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Set the tone, defense.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Shift.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Mike, 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
King.
Bang, 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 bang.
Black,
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Stop! Block 80!
Mike's by 4.
Better quarter. Better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break. Let's go.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Black is on!
On third and goal, Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Get ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with third and 1. On third and 1, here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for... This is caught inside the 15.
Wow.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. picked off by the rookie from Alabama, Mac Wilson. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December,
of giving.
right? It is the season of
Same
giving.
fucking
Maybe
thing.
for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Kill.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
That's a pick. Yeah, like the dog was a husky.
I don't even cook, dog. You know I don't even cook, dog.
You just damn scared. She might bite your ass.
You know I'm not cook.
What the hell y'all about to do?
You hop on the court, man.
Yeah. You said tonight.
Check 50.
I might go to work tomorrow morning.
On second down, it's Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, it just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Good. 180.
Man, I got you.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come out here in the eye.
Watching you find. Come, boys.
On third down, Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Brown
Great
score.
job. Touchdown for Dave.
A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So
it's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Colby Listenby in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
Switch it, switch it, switch it.
Regular. Under crunch. Hey, alert.
From the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set. Blue 30.
Where's Mike? Check. Watch the
Snickers. Got to spin.
They'll run on 1st down. It's White, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Take 2 of them.
I don't even know why this team showed.
8.
Kill.
Smooth.
Kill.
Middle.
Mike's 54.
All day, baby, all day.
Roethlisberger will throw. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Oh, yeah.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
77. Shoot. Snickers, 66. Hey, exit.
54's Mike.
Hey.
Watch 54. Come on.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, one set. These two.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He hits White, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Watch 54, watch 54.
Jack 16.
Check the
Topper.
Hey, watch it. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check. Fresno.
They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Browns. 56 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's our field. Alert.
Hey, it's our house. Slam. Mike, check. 59.
6-6. Bullet high.
Check.
Point it right.
Check 3.
King. Kill.
Mayfield now. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
That man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Pistol.
Whip. Watch the whip.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. There he goes left side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Interception, baby, all day.
And And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run with Taylor, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to control the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got fouled up.
180! 59, Mike to 59. Up, shuffle. I smell fear in that offense. SOS. King. SOS.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Run.
That's the pass. No.
Real.
Slam.
I got it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack #1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
You go tight.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check nickel. Watch twist.
Alert.
Lucky.
Check. Point it right. I got it.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable here for Davis. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 3, check 3, check 2 of them. Crunch. Middle.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh,
come on, listen, you catch that.
Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But both teams practiced this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
You're going to see me in your nightmares, son. You're going to see me in your nightmares. Real.
55, my God, 55.
On 2nd down and 4.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Hey, alert 3.
Objection. Hey, Charlie.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And this is caught. He hits Landry.
Is his.
And all the way to the opposite 45.
Let's go, boys.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hello.
First down, Taylor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got one. Out. Got.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Hey, box drop.
Right there. 54, right there.
No spacing.
Yeah.
He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
That! 230.
Mike 54. You must be.
Hey, alert. Hey, watch that. Check. Middle.
Mike 54.
I'm on. Black and turn.
Back to throw. Buying time, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cleveland, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Look at this shit here. Put this man in field goal range. It was 3rd and 7. Look at that shit there. That was some crazy shit.